a lot of flexibility. You don't have serious flexibility. But obviously most of you guys aren't at that point where you can play invisible color. So it's in the invisible, if you can't cross your feet to the invisible color, then that foot needs to either go on the hip, where it originally was, or leg curl over his back. That's it. Foot on the hip, leg curl, or cross your ankles. Crossing the ankles is the best. Invisible collar is the best. But if you don't have the flexibility, sometimes you don't have the right angle. Sometimes I can't even hit the invisible collar. Just at a bad angle. It all depends on the guy smashing you and stacking you. Sometimes you can't. But it's always the best. That should always, ultimately, you should always work on your flexibility. Just like I was telling you, this guy over here who's having some flexibility issues. I've seen guys go from shit flexibility to perfect flexibility in a month or two because they every 20 minutes a day they were military about it. Then I've seen guys get their flexibility together, go from shit flexibility to good flexibility in 5 or 6 years. Because it all depends on your work ethic. You know, if you have a hard time watching TV and working on your flexibility, all you gotta do is watch TV and sit in the butterfly stretch and just push your knees down while you watch TV. Have some berries, have a beer, or whatever you have to do. It's easy. You can watch whatever you want. You don't have to watch educational TV. You can watch mob. You guys got mob wives out here? You guys got mob wives? You guys, I haven't seen the show, but Dave told me about The Undateables. That sounds amazing. I want to watch that. Is it good? Is it good or is it not that good? Is it good? It's kind of dark. Hey, you know, it sounds interesting. Anyways, just watch TV and it's so easy. It doesn't have to, you don't have to watch jiu-jitsu videos. You can watch anything. It's just pushing the knees down here, and obviously if you have flexibility issues, we're doing half lotus, trying to get this foot up, pushing the knees down again. Just leaning down, just like this. Either side. And you'll see slowly the flexibility will come in. You just have to want it enough. And it's not just for rubber guard. There's so many other positions where your flexibility is going to come into play and save your ass. So it's just like the striking arts. You can't kick to the head. Unless you're going to quit, you're going to train to kick to the head. And you don't even question anybody. Because when it comes to striking arts, they've been around so long, you don't question it. And, oh, you need to kick to the head. I can't kick to the head. I got to stand in the corner, put my foot in that rope thing, and you got to work on your stretching. No one even questions it. No one walks out of a kickboxing gym or a karate school and says, you know what, I can't kick to the head. This is just not for me. No one ever thinks that because it's been done so much. Everybody knows that you work on your flexibility, eventually you can kick to the head. And then eventually you can barely reach the head. Look, I can barely reach the head. At first you're kicking midgets in the head, but eventually you're kicking to the head but without any power because you're barely getting up there. And eventually your legs are going to be so rubbery, bam, you just snap them up and really put some weight into it, put your hip into it. That's the same thing with this flexibility. If you don't have the discipline to watch reality TV and just do this, and you need someone to constantly push you, do yoga 3 days a week. Because no one's ever done yoga for 10 years and not been able to get into lotus eventually. If you're doing yoga and you're dedicated, it's about stretching and holding poses. Eventually, you need someone to walk you through, you need to go to classes, take yoga 3 days a week, jiu-jitsu 2 days a week, or whatever. Get together with your wife or your girlfriend, go to yoga. You guys are doing something together, you know, whatever. Or you could just do the lotus stretch and the butterfly stretch while watching TV every day. The goal is to do it so much that you don't even have to think about it. It's just a habit. Anytime you're just bullshitting with your friends, you're like, can you believe that? And you're just like this, you're like, I told her I'm not gonna fucking take out the trash while fucking Undateables is on. Afterwards. What's the difference? I take it out now or after the shows? It's just insane. You know, but look, I'm bullshitting. I'm right here. That's the goal. Is to be able to just hang out, just listen to some nonsense, and you're on the bus. I drive. I sleep sometimes when I'm like this. Just maintenance. That's the goal. You don't have to think about it, and you're just doing it because you have it. It's not that hard to get to. That's what you need. You're going to work on your flexibility and you're not even trying to. People start making fun of you. Like, oh, look at him. Look, he's grabbing his toes all the time. He just sits there and just pulls his foot up. He's insane. That's a good thing. Okay? So now, we're going to back up a bit. We're going to back up a bit and get into a move that one of my black belts, Scott Epstein, came up with. And he put me to sleep. I didn't have faith in it. And it's a move that it's beautiful when you can't get that handle. You couldn't get it from the move. The zombie's not working, and you're in crackhead control. Crackhead control doesn't require as much flexibility as invisible collar, but they're related. So, still, this is one that hopefully most of you guys. So let's say I broke the guy down. Rubbish mission control. Perfect mission control. Zombie didn't work. You're stuck here. And maybe you can't double bag to get that invisible crackhead. You should be able to grab your foot here and put it on top. This is crackhead control. Alright? So now we're here. Zombie's still not working. If his neck is open for a second here, this is serious. I didn't really believe in it until I got put to sleep, and then I started going. And I put a couple people to sleep. They think it's innocent here. All you do is take your fist. You know, when you're messing with your little brother and you give him a little, in Mexico we call them coscorons, right here. But you do that right in his neck, right here. And I'm going to pull down here, and then I shove that foot in. Shove my fist right into his neck and just hold it. Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing until they go to sleep. They think it's nothing, and then you start going. And it takes. I'm not left-handed. I'm right-handed. So, but my strong side rubber guard is using my right arm to hook the leg. So that means I have to use my left hand to punch into his throat. You just cut off all the blood. This is huge. And recently, like I said, I've been having success with it recently, and I'm not even that good at it. I can only imagine just driving. I really need to just sit there and practice and drive, and that's what I do a lot of the time. Even though it doesn't, I'm not a master of it yet, I feel the potential to get really strong and just, and eventually they panic and they freak out, and that panic, then you might be able to get a zombie in. Right? This one's called the gag reflex. Like I said, Scott Epstein, he made this one up. So I want you guys to start from the top still here. He's going to use his posture a little bit, breaking down. Rubbish mission control. Perfect mission control. Zombie don't work. You look at that neck, boom, you hit it here. And you might be able to do it too just by just squeezing your knees together here. You're just punching the side of his throat. Were you about to go out? Yeah. Trust me on that. That one's huge. You can just end the match right there. And if they leave their neck open, boom, it's done. It's powerful. And imagine putting a couple hundred hours of that. Just feel it. Go back and forth with it. Test it out.
I've seen Einstein teach one.
I didn't believe it. I